analytics, you can make the right decision. It can also be tempting to hide out from tough decisions or disguise the exercise of power by telling other people that the numbers tell the whole story and that there is no choice about what to think or do. But serious problems are usually gray. By themselves, tools and techniques won't give you answers. You have to use your judgment and make hard choices. These choices often come with serious emotional and psychological risks. When you face really hard decisions, there is no way to escape the personal responsibility of choosing, committing, acting, and living with the consequences. An MBA student presciently described this challenge by saying, "I don't want to be a businessman claiming to be a decent human being. I want to be a decent human being claiming to be a businessman." On the other hand, when you meet these challenges and resolve a gray area problem successfully, you're making truly important contributions to your organization, other people, your career, and your sense of yourself. Hard, messy, high-stakes problems get delegated upward in organizations and land on managers' desks. Go back for a moment to the situation involving the older employee. Ask yourself what you would do. Your assistant's work has been slipping for months. You don't know why, and perhaps she doesn't either. Laws, regulations, and company policies set parameters on what you can do, but you still face some very tough questions. Will you find another job for her, somewhere in the organization, or will you lay her off? How much and what type of severance and support will she get? Can you treat her with respect and compassion when you are taking away her livelihood? These are all hard management questions, and you have to answer them one way or another. And behind these decisions is a profound social decision that society has delegated to you. Given this employee's age and failing performance, you may be deciding that her work life has come to an end. In short, when you do a good job of resolving a gray area issue like this one, you are doing the heavy lifting, not just for your organization, but for other people and the society in which you live. At the same time, when you grapple successfully with a gray area problem, you are testing and developing your skills as a manager. A basic test of whether you are ready for more responsibility in an organization isn't how well you manage routine situations. It is how well you handle really hard, uncertain, important challenges. This is because gray area problems are the core of a manager's work. As you meet these challenges, you build your experience and confidence, and you add lines to the informal, unwritten resume that circulates inside organizations and determines who gets promotions. Good bosses recognize and reward people who handle the tough gray area problems well. And when you meet these challenges, you are also becoming a good boss yourself by serving as a role model for the people who work for you. Gray areas are basically organizational versions of the classic Gordian knot. That is, they are dense tangles of important, complicated, and uncertain considerations. As such, they can be some of the hardest work you have to do as a manager, and they can feel like a serious burden. At the same time, like the Gordian knot, they can be compelling challenges that show you and others what you are capable of doing. According to myth, Alexander the Great became so frustrated with the Gordian knot that he unsheathed his sword and sliced through it. But as a manager, you don't have this option. So, what is the best way to deal with the gray area problems you face? The 5 questions. The answer, in its shortest form, can be stated in a single sentence. When you face a gray area problem at work, you should work through it as a manager and resolve it as a human being. Working through gray area problems as a manager doesn't mean acting like the boss or a bureaucrat, and it doesn't mean having a particular job on an organization chart. Management is basically an extraordinarily effective way of getting things done, inside and outside organizations. At its core, managing simply means working with and through other people to accomplish something. Approaching a gray area as a manager typically means working with other people to get the right information on a problem, analyze the data thoughtfully and rigorously, and look for practical solutions.